Hey, how we doing, everybody? What's up? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I would like to talk about a resurrection mechanic in Tarkov. Now, before you guys click off the video, go straight down to the comment section, be like, and whatever other shit you're going to say, please at least hear me out on this, okay? Because it's not going to be all, you know, big old bed of roses, and you're just going to be able to res your teammate without consequences and stuff like that. This is just something we were talking about the other day on stream. And I thought it would be worth making a video about it because it would make the game a lot more fun to play in duos or trios. And, you know, you end up fighting another squad, one of your teammates dies, and then damn, your teammate has to sit in his stash, do absolutely nothing for the next 10-15 minutes while you guys get out of the raid. And I've got some things here that I've written out that I think will definitely make it more fair. The first thing that I must address is that Tarkov is moving in a direction where it is going to be basically balanced towards playing in squads. It's getting harder and harder every single wipe, as a lot of you guys know, to play as a solo player in EFT. So with that in mind, moving towards playing with, you know, multiple teammates or just a duo or, you know, whatever you like to run. Some people like to do 5-mans, 4-mans, 3-mans, 2-mans, whatever. This will benefit basically everybody except for the solo player. And it also won't necessarily be a bad thing for solo players either. And I will explain that as soon as I get to the point. I've got a lot of stuff written out here and we're going to get into it right now. So what I am suggesting is that the defibrillator can now be used to revive a teammate, okay? It takes 1 full minute, and it doesn't matter what your skill is. There will be a skill tied to this as well, and I will get to what I think the skill should entail later on in the video as well. The defibrillator is basically going to be repurposed from the item that it is now, which is only used for quests, and it's only used for crafts in the hideout, into an item which I would like to have 2 uses on. And you keep it in your secure container. You must remove it from your secure container in order to use it on a teammate while they're being revived. So if you die mid-revive, you lose your defibrillator. And I can only guess that by adding this mechanic to the game, it will drastically increase the price of defibrillators, probably to maybe the 500,000 ruble point. And it's going to make them a very sought after item, and a very sought after item for sure for people that want to run in squads. And everybody will basically have to have one on them, because you can't just have one person on your squad have the defibrillator on them, because if you all die and they have, or if somebody dies, he had it in a secure container, well, you can't res your teammates then. So everybody will have to bring one with them. Now, this is one major balancing point that I thought of that I think would be very good if this was ever actually added to the game. If you cancel the defibrillator process, you have a chance that you can waste a charge of it. This is to stop people from cheesing. This is to stop people from baiting. And when you start this process, your character is tied into the animation. And when you let go of it, it's similar to like a serve kit where you kind of put it away and then go about your business. But when you do that, there is a chance that a charge of the defibrillator will be used up. So this is to stop you from doing it and then getting off it straight away and baiting people to come push your position. Because if you do that and you use the charge of your defibrillator, you might not be able to revive your teammate. Now, the next point of balance on this, the defib sound would be very, very loud. And as soon as your teammate starts getting revived at the end of the process, he will be shouting and screaming in pain, at which point he must use a painkiller, or he will continue to shout and scream in pain for the next, 30 seconds or something like that. So you have to use a painkiller immediately in order to stop that. And it's going to be very apparent to anybody that is in your area that somebody has just been revived. And also the sound of the defibrillator being used, so the like you're going to be able to hear that as well. So this is definitely not a safe process. If it's a big squad, you're going to want to have multiple people guarding while you have one person rezzing the person that got shot and put down. On top of the screaming and shouting, and you need to use a painkiller, your character is going to be dazed and have the pain effect for 2 minutes that will persist through the painkiller. So what I'm suggesting here is your vision is heavily skewed, your hearing is heavily skewed in game, and there isn't really like much that you can do. You have to just heal yourself, and I will get to the healing implications in a second after this point. But I want to talk about the downed effect real quick. So when you get shot and you're quote unquote dead, you're lying on the floor. Whatever way your PMC lands is the direction that you're looking in. While you're on the floor, you can vaguely hear things as if you're underwater, so you can't really give out information. You can't look around. You just look in whatever direction you died in. Your vision is very hazy and very bloodshot. You can't hear very well. You can't see very well. You are essentially useless until somebody comes by to res you. So you can't, like, you know, look around and go, there's 2 guys on me, there's 3 guys on me. You can't like see and hear very well. It'll be distorted. You won't be able to tell if there's actually people running around in the room with you or whatever. That's just a balance point, because you don't want to be able to give out information when you're in this down state, because I think it doesn't really make very much sense. Also, in order to balance this further, I would like to make it so that once you die and you get resurrected, you cannot be rezzed again. You get 1. If you die again, that's it. You're permadead. Unlucky. And I think that, as far as, you know, a balance point of view, probably makes the most sense. You shouldn't be able to be revived again. I think it would just kind of be a little bit silly. And look, lads, for anybody who's watching this, right, and they think, oh, it's just silly. You get shot in the head, the chest, the arms, the legs, or whatever. Dude, your arms would be screwed. You'd be bleeding everywhere. Your organs would be screwed. You'd be dead. Look, guys, I know that. And I know that a defibrillator isn't going to do shit against multiple headshots. But, you know, it's a video game, okay? So let's take the whole realism thing and take that this is a really dumb idea. Defibrillators don't work like that. Guys, I know, okay? I may not be a doctor, but I understand pretty well how a defibrillator works, okay? But this is just a video game, all right, for the moment. And leaning on the side of realism, you know, what else are we going to use? Are we going to have to bring a million different drugs with us, adrenaline shots and, you know, defibrillators, and have to sit there and do surgery on your teammate and stuff like that before you can actually get them up? I think that this is the easiest way to do it. You go to them, you defibrillate them, and then they have to do all their surgery and stuff to put themselves back together. So, speaking of what happens when you get resurrected, okay? It seriously debilitates you. Like, I'm talking, you are useless for like multiple minutes here. Like, you are so screwed. It is insane. Your teammates will have to cover you very, very closely while you spend all your time getting yourself back to a state where you can even walk around and move around. So, this is what I'm suggesting. Blacks out all limbs except head and chest, unless the head and chest were the point of death. So what I'm saying here is, if you got shot in the head, your head is blacked out, but your chest stays okay because it's another vital organ. But both your arms and both your legs get immediately blacked out. And when you come back to life, you will have to do surgery on both your legs, both your arms, heal your chest back up from 1 HP, heal your stomach, heal it back up. Or what I mean is, sorry, do surgery on your stomach, heal it back up. But your head would be the only thing blacked out. So if you happen to get legged, okay, so somebody puts a bunch of 9mm rip rounds into your leg, that's what kills you, your left leg. When you get resurrected, your chest and your head will be the only 2 things with 1 HP remaining on them. All of your other limbs will be blacked out. So you will have to do surgery on all of these limbs to get them back to 1 HP, then heal them back up to full as you would normally. Also, your overall HP is halved. It's what, 430 or 435? So that would be completely halved. So straight down the middle, all of your limbs are now straight to half their normal HP, as if you've just done a bunch of surgery on them. Your energy is reduced to 10, same with your hydration. So while you're doing all this healing and stuff, you're going to need to go and get some food and water as well. Also, your movement speed is permanently reduced by 50% for the rest of the raid. You just took damn near fatal damage. Your PMC is shell-shocked. You're absolutely screwed. And you're going to have to take this debuff for the rest of the raid until you can get out and heal yourself up with Therapist. So you will be moving at a reduced speed until you leave the raid. Also, your carrying capacity will be reduced by 35%. So that just means that you can't just like grab up all the gear and then start making your way out. You will have to think and be more cautious about what you want to grab, considering that you are already moving at 50% reduced movement speed. And on top of the fact that your armor is probably screwed at this point too. So you're really, really like a walking pane of glass here, like a walking single pane of glass. That's pretty much all of the points that I came up with for this. There will be a skill tied to it. So this was just my thinking of it. If you play in squads a lot, maybe you have somebody who's like the dedicated medic who does all the healing stuff and he gets his skill up really high and he's the one who resurrects people and heals people and stuff like that. But what I'm suggesting is that there will be a skill tied to rezzing teammates. And then when you res a teammate, you get points in that skill. Once you max out the skill or the higher level the skill gets, there'll be reduced chances of you losing as many limbs when you come back to life. So, lads, I would really love to hear your feedback on this. I want to hear in the comments about what you guys think about this. Are my, you know, debilitations here, are they too extreme? Would you like to see them more extreme? Would you suggest something else? Would you like to see, you know, other things in the game akin to this? And how would you balance this skill? This is just a very thrown together idea that I just thought it'd be cool to throw out to you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to subscribe, leave your comments down below. Make sure to hit the like button if you liked it. I would appreciate it. And yeah, we're trying to hit 100k subs, so maybe click that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, share it with your homies and let me know what you guys think, because I'm really curious to hear your feedback on this. I don't know if this will ever actually be a thing that ends up in the game, but if it does, this could be some cool stuff to help balance it. So it's not just defibrillate your teammate, he's back, let's go. It's, you know, it's got to be a pretty serious thing when your teammate dies. It's going to take a while for him to get back on his feet, you know? So guys, with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, my dudes.